When it comes to easy desserts, the French country classic known as clafoutis is a recipe you'll want to keep in your back pocket. Baked until puffed and golden, it's made with a simple batter and almost any seasonal fruit. Today, I'm using beautiful nectarines. It's usually baked in a ceramic dish like this, which should be preheated while you are making the custard and preparing the fruit. So place this in the middle of a rack in a preheated 375-degree oven. And this is a 10-inch baking dish, which is approximately 1.5 inches deep. So I'm going to preheat this dish. And the fruit, I'm using nectarines today because they are so beautiful and so colorful. And I want to peel the nectarines. The easiest way to peel is to make a little X in the end of the nectarine. This will help loosen the skin. And the water should be simmering, almost boiling. And I just leave the fruits in the water until I see the skin starting to peel back. It's about 30 seconds or so, 30 to 40 seconds. It's a lot easier peeling peaches, apricots, nectarines this way than to peel it with a peeler. Look, you can see that already the skin is peeling away from that cut. And just put it on a parchment lined baking sheet, each of these nectarines. It was interesting to hear that nectarines and peaches are really extremely similar, almost the same fruit except for the skin. Thanks, Al, for that information. And now, to peel, just pull the skin away from the flesh. Look how easily it comes off. So if you struggle to peel fruit, this is the way to do it. The same with tomatoes. Tomatoes peel perfectly this way. And then there's a natural line of demarcation on peaches and nectarines. And just cut along that line and see if you can loosen. Ah, yes. This is called a freestone. See how the stone comes out freely? Clingstone is where the stone does not want to come out of the middle of the nectarine or the peach. And then just remove the pit. And for this particular clafoutis, we're cutting the fruit lengthwise into 1/4 inch slices. And I'll prepare the batter. The batter is so easy. It's 1 cup, and use a blender jar, 1 cup of whole milk, 1 cup of the richest heavy cream you can find. Use a rubber scraper because that really kind of stays in the cup. And 1/4 cup of sugar, so it's not a very sweet custard. And 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 4 whole eggs plus 2 egg yolks. Oh, look at that gorgeous egg. I have a new hen laying khaki eggs. And before you blend, add the seeds from 1 plump vanilla bean. And don't throw this away. Put that in a sugar jar and flavor your sugar with some vanilla. And you can mix that for 2 minutes. So now we have our batter already made. Put it through a strainer because you never know, an errant piece of eggshell, piece of vanilla bean. You want a really smooth custard. So you'll have almost 3 cups of batter. Now take your empty dish out of the oven. And be careful, it's very hot. And brush quickly while it's still hot with about a tablespoon of melted butter. I like to do up the sides a little bit. This will allow you to release the wedges of clafoutis after the clafoutis has baked. And now pour just enough batter to coat the bottom of the dish. That's about right. This will give you a bottom crust, believe it or not. And I learned this little trick from Julia Child many, many years ago. One of her clafoutis recipes has this little trick. So get this right back into the oven and bake until golden brown, about 5 minutes. 5 minutes is up. Making a little pre-crust in this dish ensures that your fruit will not sink all to the bottom of the clafoutis. And now pour in the rest of your custard. If you see little black specks, that's the seeds of the vanilla bean. And now just scatter your nectarine slices all over the custard. I think I'll do 3 nectarines. They're not that big. And I have enough nectarines to make another clafoutis. Right back into your oven for 35 minutes. It might take an extra 3 or 4 minutes. When it's done, bring it out of the oven and cool slightly. Now that is a beautiful clafoutis. So simple, so excellent. Now dust, if you like, the top with a little confectioner's sugar. The sugar will stick mostly to the custard and not to the fruit. And then cut into wedges, whichever size you want. Cherries may be the traditional fruit for a clafoutis, but I suggest that you give this a try with your favorite fruit. Enjoy.